Haven't made a cooking video in a long time. Well, anyway, use your leftovers, especially if you don't have a lot of money for food. So sometimes what I like to do, I cook extra pasta and rice and things like that. And of course the dogs are barking. Oh, they've been on a roll today with their barking. So anyway, I always cook extra pasta and rice and potatoes so that I have enough to make more than one meal. So I have, maybe a couple and a half of pasta here that I cooked yesterday. And yesterday I had leftover meatloaf, vegan meatloaf, that I turned into, I cut it in squares and I made it into square meatballs with pasta sauce, and I had that for dinner. So, but I cooked the extra pasta with that. So today I'm going to make a pasta salad with the leftovers. And I love cold noodles. And I also like to make extra noodles to go with breakfast in the morning with a couple of eggs. Makes a real good breakfast or lunch or even dinner. So I have a Walmart order coming later. I'll bring you closer. And I wanted to clean out some things out of my fridge before it gets here. So here I have some peppers and pimentos from the garden. Okay, so I don't really have a lot of things in the fridge, but I have some things that go really well in the pasta salad. So I have a little bit of Italian dressing left, and it's the light Italian from Aldi's, and it's really good. It's not too tart, but it's got really good flavor. So I'm going to put that on the pasta. And don't forget, when you make pasta salad, it usually soaks into the pasta. So I usually end up using more than what I think I'm going to need. And I had some green onions that were kind of looking sad. So I have, about a quarter cup here, and I think I'm going to use half of that. The rest I'll use in something else. So we've got that in there. Yeah, we'll put a few more. And then I got some pimentos in my garden. And yes, I store everything in green bags with a paper towel. So these peppers and pimentos will be nice because I really don't know what else to do with them. And so I'm going to put those in with my pasta salad as well. And I want this to look very colorful, so I've got green, red pimento, and I've got a yellow pepper. These need to be eaten, either that or I need to cut them up and freeze them, which is probably what I'll do with the rest of them. And I got some nice tomatoes from my garden, but I don't know if I'm going to put those in there yet. But I will put some more veggies in there. All right, I'm going to get this chopped up and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you a couple things I got from Imperfect Foods. It doesn't just have to be fruits and vegetables and things. And I think I showed this in one other video, but they had this Forager organic dairy-free cashew yogurt, and it's unsweetened and plain. And that is sometimes hard to find, the plain yogurt. At least here where I live, I have a hard time finding that. So I got 2 of these big containers, and that way I can flavor it however I like. I can put fruit in it, whatever. So I got that. And then they also had this organic dairy-free half and half cashew coconut creamer. So I got 2 of those because I can't find these either. Now I'm sure if I went to Whole Foods they might have stuff like that, but I haven't been going to Whole Foods because it's a little bit of a ways away. And then I've never tried this before. It's milked walnuts, so it's walnut milk. And what I want to try to do, because this is only walnuts and water, that's the only ingredients in here. It doesn't have anything other than filtered water and walnuts. So what I want to do is I want to try to make some of my own yogurt by using this as a starter and this is the base for the yogurt. I don't know if it'll work or not. Maybe see, maybe no. I don't know. But anyway, let me put this away and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have my chopped up pimento, my green from the garden, my green pepper from the garden, and my store-bought yellow pepper. And that's all going in my salad. And then what I'm doing here, since this pimento is from my garden, I originally bought it as a plant from the nursery, and I haven't seen pimento plants around very much. So I'm going to save these seeds, and come February, I'm probably going to try and start some of these seeds. So I don't have a real huge garden, but you know, and then I have this little dish that I save all my scraps in, and then I put that in my composter, and that'll be for next spring's garden too. So anyway, I'm going to put all this into my pasta dish, and that'll give it some nice crunch. And you can put anything in here that you have left over in the refrigerator. Put it in a pasta salad. You can put cucumber in, peppers, tomatoes, onions, whatever you want. Now with cucumbers, you are going to need some salt. And what I would recommend you do with a cucumber so that you don't get too much liquid in your pasta salad is just to salt them first and let them draw some of the water out and then add them to your pasta salad. So anyway, isn't that pretty? So that's all I'm putting in my pasta salad. I have a little bit more dressing, so I used that up, made some room in the fridge. And then I'm going to put a few seasonings on here. Now I got this from Imperfect Foods too, and I haven't tried it yet. It's called Seasoning for All of the Things. So I want to try and put a little bit of that in. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I don't want to put too much in. So it has a lot of different things in it. It says it's savory and salty. So it's got a lot of garlic, onion, brown mustard seed, pepper, carrots, red bell pepper, orange peel, parsley, rosemary, chili pepper, basil, marjoram, oregano, thyme, and safflower oil, and that's it. So I'll put some of that in, and I do like onion powder. I put that in almost everything. And then I think if I still have some and I can reach it, I think I'm going to put some seasoning in here. I have a recipe for a pasta salad with seasoning. Yeah, and this stuff is really kind of hard to come by these days. But it's the seasoning from Reese's, and it's really good in a pasta salad. So I'm going to put some of that in, but of course it's a little cakey. So what I do when that happens is I just loosen it up. But it really, really makes a really good pasta salad. Now you have to be careful because it's salty, and the dressing I have on here is salty too. So I'm going to call that good. I'll tell you, they're on a roll today, those doggies. Anyway, I'm going to call that good. I don't want to put too much on. So, but I get this on Amazon. You used to be able to get it in the store in the popcorn section, but I haven't seen it there in a long time. So, And like I said, it's not cheap. But I do like to keep one on hand. So that's it. And I'm going to stir this up and give it a taste. And it's raining again today. We haven't had rain in a while. And it seems like, I don't know about where you live, but where I live, it's all or nothing. You get days and days of rain, and then you get days and days of heat. Nice little variety would be good. But the good part is I don't have to go out and water. So that's always good. Oh, well. I don't know. Since it's raining, I think it amplifies the sound a little bit more. So everything that goes on in the neighborhood, Lizzie thinks she has to make a comment about. So I'm going to give this a little taste test. It's good. And this is enough for me for 3 or 4 meals, just from leftovers that I had in the fridge. So before you make a meal plan, look in your fridge and see how many dishes you can make. Oh, you're over here. Okay, never mind. See how many dishes you can make from what you already have, rather than making a meal plan and then going out and buying everything you need. You'd be surprised at how much money you can save by doing that, and also you don't have as much food waste. Hi guys, I just wanted to show you some of my leftover meals. This is actually a vegan meal, and what this is mashed potatoes that I had from the other day. They were 4 cheese mashed potatoes, and those were actually the Idahoan that I had made with some oat milk, and they were sitting around in the fridge. I had some open spaghetti sauce that I had the other day. I had some seitan in there. You can see that in here. And then I had a handful of green beans and tomatoes from my garden that I cooked up. And then I sprinkled some green onions on top that I also had hanging around. So I'm going to do a few meals that I just use up my leftovers. So this is meal number 1. Hi guys, here's another meal. I'm trying to clean out my refrigerator. I don't want to waste any food. So I went scrounging around in there, and I still have pasta salad from yesterday. So that's a leftover. I still have enough for another meal or so. I had cucumbers in there that were going to go bad if I didn't use them, and these little cherry tomatoes. They were starting to get a couple dark spots, so I cut that off and I put those in there. More cherry tomatoes. The arugula and spinach is fresh. I put Italian dressing on there, and I have a little bit of vegan ham that I bought a week or so ago, and vegan cheese that needs to be used up. And I put some champagne mustard that I just have a little tiny bit left in the jar. So this is a late lunch, early dinner. I didn't have breakfast today, so, well, it's more like lunch. Didn't eat breakfast today. So this is what I'm having for lunch, and then later on I will have dinner. So I want to just share some meals with you that I'm trying to get rid of things in my fridge. All right, I'll be back with another meal in a little while. Meal from my fridge. I had a few little tomatoes, grape tomatoes left. I had a little tiny bit of cos lettuce left, and I had my spinach and other lettuce, and I had a lime that needs to be used up. And then this is some of the seitan that I made the other day and that I ate with the elbow macaroni and spaghetti sauce. So I added cumin to it and some lime juice, and I'm going to make some tacos tonight. I had avocado. I'm trying to use up all my fresh produce. And then, oops, and then I'm going to go to the frozen produce that I have. And here I have some vegan sour cream. And I have no idea where the lid went, but it's the Tofutti brand, and it's good. It's milk-free. So and I have these little taco shells that I got from the Dollar Tree. You get 24 of them for $1, and they happen to be corn tortillas. So I'm going to be having those. And I have some Go Veggie Mexican cheese that I'm going to put on top. So I'm going to assemble these, and then I'll be back and show you my meal number 3. Okay, so here are my 3 corn tacos, and I have the ground up seitan. Now I did grind that finer and added cumin and lemon to it. I added some guacamole that I made on top of that, the different lettuces that I had in the fridge. I used up all the romaine and I mixed it with spinach and arugula. I used up all my little cherry tomatoes, the vegan sour cream, and this sprinkled on top is a little bit of breakfast blend seasoning that I get from, it's Blackstone. I don't know if you can see that. And that's from Walmart. So here's meal number 3 from leftovers and things that I had in the fridge, and it looks mighty good to me. Hi all, back again with another meal. Now I have some produce left in the refrigerator that needs to be eaten up, and I still have some spinach and arugula that I bought whenever I did my last haul. It's still in good shape, but I want to use that up before it goes bad. So I made myself a dinner salad tonight, and I ventured out into my garden, and I got a cucumber, and I got some kale, and I had a pepper from my garden yet, and a tomato from my garden. So I gathered all those up along with my spinach and arugula. And then I also had some like those French's crunchy onions. I put those in there. And I cut up the cucumber and the tomatoes. And I had some croutons. I put those in. And I still have some vegan ham. Now this is tofurkey. So I want to get this used up before it goes bad, because that usually doesn't last very long once it's opened. So I have that, and I'm going to sprinkle some of that in here. And then this doesn't last very long either once you open it. So, and it's the Mexican, and I like cheese in my salad, so I'm going to put a little dollop of that in too, because I want to use this up. So we'll give that a little handful. And then this is one of my favorite things to put on a salad. Oh, hello. He thinks he needs some too. They already got their carrots. My dogs love carrots. So they got carrots, and I gave them some kale. They like that too. So I like to feed them some greens and veggies, raw veggies. But anyway, these are pepitas, salted pepitas, and I love these in a salad. So I'm going to put a nice little handful of those on there. And I keep these in the fridge so they don't go rancid. And then my salad dressing of choice is Gerard Champagne. It's very good. I like that, and I also like the Aldi's Italian. So I'm going to give it a good dose of that, and this will be my dinner for tonight. And I only have a little bit of produce left now in my refrigerator, and I don't want to go shopping for a while. So there you go. It's beautiful dinner salad. I'm using up some of my produce. And here I have the inside of my pepper. If you remember the other day, I saved the seeds from my pimentos. And this was also from a pepper that I did from seed last spring. So for the next season, I want to save some of that. Alright, so this is my meal for today, cleaning up my leftover produce and random things I have in the house. And I'll be back with some more meals. I just wanted to mention this. I've mentioned it in some of my other videos, and I just used this and I haven't washed it yet. But this is one of those, you put the salad in, you can wash in there and whatever vegetables you want. And that's how I make my chopped salads. And I'll tell you, this thing works great. And it chops it up nicely. You can do it once or twice. I'll do it once and then I'll turn this. I'll turn it a quarter turn and do it the other way, and it makes a beautiful chopped salad. Now, I'm not paid to promote this or anything, but when I find something I like to share it with you guys. I do think they have these on Amazon. I got this one for really cheap at my local Marks. I've had it for a very long time, but it really does work. All right, that's it for now. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you're all well. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.